Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Play My Music. And I'm your host, Mark Reddick. And we're going to get into the show today. Today, we have, welcome to the stage, Miss Kandia, all the way from Virginia. Let's give her a hand, y'all. Yeah. Welcome to our show. We want to find out a little bit more about you. So, Kandia, tell us how you got started musically.
I don't come from a musical family per se, but music was loved in our household. My mother was a jazz fanatic. My father was into soul and gospel and country. And out of those two combined, the fact that my mother knew who side men were, I developed a record collection from a very early age. Was very into the radio and what was playing and what was charting and about the music industry. Eventually, once I grew up, after working at the UN, I started suddenly doing an internship at the Village Voice in their music section. And I was a rock critic for over 20 years. I got to know a lot of musicians and the people who worked for them. And eventually, I discovered a scene here in New York City, which we call Lenape Hawking, of people who were doing old time music. And that was where the seed dropped for me to start singing and writing songs.
No, that's a very unique background and experience. Okay, good. So, do you play any instruments?
No, I'm trying to learn banjo, but I kind of hit a wall with doing it on my own online. I need to find an appropriate teacher. That's something that upcoming I'll be looking into.
Okay, good. So, you have a lot of your your knowledge and your research and your studying the art goes deep. So, exactly when did you start singing and recording your music?
After my mother walked on to join the ancestors, something about the loss of her made me want to make an album in honor of her rather than write a biography or make a film. And the project for that ultimately led to me writing songs and singing them because they were from my mother, so I had to sing them. I didn't make a conscious decision to start singing and performing. It just kind of happened after I started writing songs.
Okay. And my condolences. Um,
Thank you.
so you said how long has that been? So you just started, but how
I
long?
started I started after 2010.
Okay. She's been gone a while. All right. Yes, my condolences to you. I know the feeling. My mother just passed on last June, so it hasn't even been a year yet.
Well, you have my
No love
sympathies.
like a mother's love. So I feel your pain. It doesn't matter how much time goes by, it just feels like it happened yesterday. All right, so help me with the pronunciation of this first song.
It's called
Da,
Dahlonega, the Gold
Delonica. There you
Rush.
go.
Dahlonega
Tell us
is
how you
in
came up with that.
Georgia. Excuse me?
Tell us how you came up with that song.
Um, I was doing research about something else tangential. I can't remember what it was right
Hmm.
now, but I discovered this story about the removal of the Cherokee and other southeastern nations from Georgia and the surrounding area because of gold rush, like settlers striking gold in Georgia. And that led me to write a song about the removal of the Cherokee and what happened, and President Andrew Jackson, who the natives called Sharp Knife, um, his role in getting them sent on the Trail of Tears.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's take a listen to this. It's very interesting.
You and carry the cries of the people, carry the cries of the people across this bloody load. You and blow the bitter tears of my people, blow the bitter tears of my people across the fields of gold. Sharp knife, great white father, you shouldn't have done what you done. Oh, coward killer, dark destiny manifest, sent the Cherokee unto the setting sun. You wind blow through Dahlonega, blow through Auraria, across the Cherokee Nation. Late 1829, the white man came to the Cherokee Nation. Go crazy afoot and on horseback. 1,000 miners working Yahulah Creek. 29ers panning out the branches, digging holes in the hillsides. Lake Log became Dahlonega. Miners drifting between the rivers, Chestatee and Etowah. Ooh, 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 ooh. You wind scour the people's trail of tears, sweep the people's trail of tears from Dahlonega to Tahlequah. Sharp knife, great white father, you shouldn't have done what you done. Oh, cowardly killer, dark destiny manifest, sent the Cherokee unto setting sun. Bad-hearted man came with the cry, there's gold in them thar hills. They left Georgia's gold rush for California, place where they cry. Their bloom, the Cherokee, rose on the trail where they died.
Okay, Julanica. Nice, nice. Who did the guitar work on that?
Um, I have a Native Americana trio called Cactus Rose NYC, and one of the guitarists is indigenous. His name is Lonnie Harrington. He's Seminole, Shawnee, and Cherokee. So I had him specifically play the guitar on this, which is a field recording done in Central Park last July.
Got it. Okay. Uh, I like you're very detailed about your history and you know why you're doing what you're doing and it's coming through your music. So that's very creative.
Thank you.
Gets my attention. Okay, great. So let's look at "Bury My Heart" at Rock Creek Park. Let's talk about that. How'd you
Um,
come up with that?
yeah, in DC as a young child, I lived right off of Rock Creek Park. We used to run there every Saturday with my mother in the mornings, and we drove through it to get to various parts of the city. And so it had a big impact on me being the closest to nature that we had available. And this song came from reflecting on that and the song Rock Creek Park by the Blackbirds that was a big hit in the 70s.
Hmm.
Um, and it was supposed to be about growing up partly in Africa and missing the experience of life on the Pamunkey Reservation in Virginia and having experience with more things that would shore up my indigeneity.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Let's listen to that. Very interesting song. Let's check it out.
You see, the June bugs were long gone the night we was to fly. My sister and me left home when we were 8, with wanderlust in our veins. I left you and the Appalachian show behind. Not forgetting our frolics in Rock Creek Park. Once I became a girl on the run. Every dark 30, we take a stroll. Engine boy and girl playing our roles. Laughing neath leaves, kissing time. Great beauty forever on our minds. Us twins were raised up in the dunes and dust in the Sahel. While you rode with your boys along the trail, playing possum on the rails. Scenes from the Cape of Good Hope can't compare with your southern campfire spark. Bury my heart in Rock Creek Park. Every dark 30, we take a stroll. Engine boy and girl playing our roles. Laughing neath leaves, kissing time. Great beauty forever on our minds.
That's very interesting. I like how you twice in the song you slowed it down and you went into um, this group sounding, but how do I describe that? It's very soulful, just almost like our people from the field singing or something like that.
Oh, like
I
a
like that
field
feel.
holler or ring shout? Yeah, it
Yeah,
does have some of that element.
yeah.
That my favorite other part of it is the banjo.
Yes. In the beginning of the song, when you first start out, you speak about your sister. I think you said something about you and your sister ran away. Do you have
She didn't run away. I have a twin sister
you have a
who's
twin
not a
sister?
musician. She's an art historian, but we moved together to Mali when we were 8 years old with
Okay,
my mother. So that's who I'm referring to.
I got you. So that's your only sibling. Just your
Yes.
twin sister. Okay, and she's not a musician.
No.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, I like that. That's that listening to that song, just if I close my eyes and listen, it just takes me on a journey. And it's and you mentioned that in the song about a journey, so it's interesting. I like it. Okay,
Thank you. That's good.
creative work here, very original. Okay, let's move to seen and heard. Tell me about that.
You want to know what it's about? Um,
Sure.
I have, I grew up loving music that was originally generated in Laurel Canyon, a section of Los Angeles, what our Tongva relatives called Tovangar. And I loved those songs in the 70s, but it wasn't until I was 14 and I discovered the Buffalo Springfield, which is my favorite band. The first US band of Neil Young and Stephen Stills together. And it exposed me to a lot more of the Californian scene. So once I became a musician, I gained a lot of friends that live in Los Angeles and make cosmic country music and music inspired by Graham Parsons and the Byrds and Buffalo Springfield. And this song particularly is about them and how they get to play in this marvelous scene while I'm stuck here in the East Coast without those opportunities to play with them and do shows in the desert and Joshua Tree and all of that.
Yeah, so you're stuck here in the East Coast, huh? Oh, that's
I just
funny.
love California. Sometimes I feel like I should have moved to Topanga Canyon back in the day, but I don't think I could really live there all the time. I do like being of the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I've tried to complain about it every now and then, but I probably, I know at the end of the day, I wouldn't have it any other way. Be right here. Okay, seen and heard. Let's check this out.
Shiloh was often seen and heard. Speed sophistry like a Tom T tune. Whiskey makes it all move. Cowtown Casanova makes them crawl. She's the one that got away between New York City and the West Coast. Fly over hearts to dangle like diamonds. Girl, you don't need the Echo Park herd.
Yeah. Play, y'all. Yes, sir. All right.
Yes, it's about me wanting to place the Stagecoach Festival and the Grand Ole Echo, which is a country live series that goes on in the spring through the fall in Los Angeles. So
Yeah, that
maybe
sounds like
someday.
fun. I just visualize people dancing and going in a circle and switching partners and just having a great time. Sounds
Yes,
like
it's
a good
very
old
honky
party.
tonk.
Yeah, I like that. It's a fun song, and the musicians you have, they're good. They're very well disciplined, and it made it sound good. They didn't do too much, just perfect. Nice ad lib, especially at the end. I like that. Nice. You got some good stuff going on here.
Thank you.
Okay, we're about to sign out here. So, before you leave us, please tell us first, where can everybody find all this wonderful music? Where can they go to? Where the platforms at?
Um, there's music, solo music under Kandia Crazy Horse, and then band music under Cactus Rose NYC. And you can find both on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Bandcamp,
Bandcamp.
and on a bunch of the other streaming platforms, the usual ones, Tidal and
Right.
Deezer and iHeart and so forth.
Mhm.
And um, the the most recent EP we did, which is called Live from Lenape Hawking Field Recordings, is available on Bandcamp.
Okay. Boy, well, you don't play. You make sure when you put your music out, it's everywhere. Ain't no excuse, y'all. No excuse for going and finding Candia and her music. She's got it everywhere. Where are you on social media? Where can we find you?
The main social media I have is Instagram. You can find us there at Cactus Rose Loves You. And we also have a profile for Cactus Rose NYC at Country Everywhere, which is a Canadian site for artists that are country and country adjacent.
Got you. Okay. Well, you heard it, folks. Please go find Miss Candia, the Crazy Horse and Cactus Rose trio. Please go and look up their music. This is some great, fun music. Look, this is what it's about. That's why I created this platform, to feature artists like Candia, who are different, who have their own originality, and they just need to be heard. They need some exposure, extra exposure. Not that they don't have any, but we're here to help to push them along. So please go look her up and support her, and download her music, stream her music, whatever you need to do to get to her music. All right, Candia, thank you so much.
I
Thanks for being with
appreciate
us.
you featuring me,
Yes,
Vasconi.
you're welcome. And if you have some more music, come back and see us. We'll
Okay,
have you on again. Okay?
wonderful.
All right. God bless you. All right, y'all. If any of you like Candia and you need your music played, would like to have music played and featured on our show, please hit us up at playmymusic711 at gmail.com. That's playmymusic711 at gmail.com. And we'll be glad to listen to your music, and we'll be glad to have you on the show. All right. God bless you all. Peace. Yes, sir.